Welcome back to the Wilton Report. And again, this is Josh Wilton. I'm at Queenston Realty here in Princeton, New Jersey. And thank you for either tuning in on our YouTube channel, thewiltonreport.com, or on our podcast. But either way, today we're going to talk about rentals and what's happening in the rental market. We'll probably spend the next few episodes talking about rentals and investments and things happening in Princeton. Today, I really wanted to do a little bit more of a deep dive in pricing. A couple of weeks ago, we talked about what was fomenting the demand here in Princeton. And today, we're going to kind of do a quick recap of that. And then we're going to nerd out a little bit and really get a little bit deep into what's happening in the rental market in terms of pricing for one-bedroom, two-bedroom studios. We're going to see what Avalon's up to for their pricing. So that being said, we'll just kind of jump forward. So I showed you guys this for those of you looking on YouTube. For those of you not, across the country, we are in a housing crunch. We've been in a low supply market really since the Great Recession, when rather logically builders stopped building. So today, you fast forward through intense demand, there simply isn't enough to keep up. Texas, Idaho, Portland, Myrtle Beach, Utah, Salem, Portland. I mean, it's everywhere, right? It's just everywhere. So there is demand. Household formations are up. Housing conditions literally are forcing people who want to buy houses into rentals. So you're seeing the end of the pandemic where people are allowed to raise the rent, right? Allowed to get their rental properties, if you're the landlord, to market rents, which unfortunately and or fortunately is forcing tenants to make decisions as to whether they're staying. And the other real simple fact of the matter is people can more or less work wherever they want, right? Remote work is here. It's here to stay. It's not going anywhere. So people are moving around the country to accommodate their lifestyle that they want versus their employer. The shoes have switched. So we're going to slow it down and, do a deeper dive. So those of you listening to the audio cast, I'm going to go through rental pricing here in Princeton from a studio to a 5-bedroom. And we're going to look at pricing from 2010 to today, well, really through the end of 2021. So if you walked into Princeton in 2010 and you wanted to rent a studio, and there's not that many studios in Princeton that rent, about 20 to 30 rent per year. In 2010, you would have spent $1,311. 2021, just south of $1,800, $1,785. It's the same unit. It's the same studio in Palmer Square, maybe one of the buildings downtown. So a studio, by definition, there's no bedroom. This is a Pullman couch, right? This is a couch / sofa / bed and your kitchenette. It's all part of the same room. So it's kind of Spartan living, and you're paying just south of $1,800, or if you want to round it up, $2,000 for a studio in Princeton. And that's the entire municipality. However, most of the studios are located in the downtown area. One bedrooms, amazing price growth. In 2010, they were at $1,653. In 2021, $2,204 on average for a one bedroom. The closer to the downtown you are, the more expensive the rental property. I can tell you in 2021, interestingly, landlords got over 100% of their asking price for everything in the market. In particular, in one bedrooms, they got 101% of their asking price. There is no negotiating if you're a tenant. You pay the asking price. You have your pets live with your family members because your landlord will not accept pets, and you offer the landlord a 2-year lease. That's how you stay competitive in today's rental market in Princeton if you're a tenant. So that's the one-bedroom pricing history, $2,204 for a one-bedroom in 2021. 2010 for a two-bedroom, it was $2,000, right? $2,000. 2021, $3,250. So let's just do the math on that. $1,200, $3,200. That's a 40% increase, almost 50% increase on a two-bedroom rental in 11 years. So two bedrooms are the most popular. They're the most populous. It's the units that are most available to people. That being said, last year, landlords got 103% of their asking price for 2 bedrooms in Princeton. So again, if you're a tenant, you're not going in there and saying, oh, I'm going to offer off the asking price. You're not going to be considered. Having pets right now as a tenant is very challenging. And you can see the conditions that you're in. When the landlord's getting 2-3 applications per unit, right, and they're getting 100.3% of their asking price, you have to do things to be competitive in the market. But again, as an investor, you've seen a 40% increase in your equity, your monthly equity, since 2010 on a 2-bedroom investment in Princeton, which is pretty incredible. 3-bedroom, right? Pretty incredible. Just about the same, just south of 50% appreciation. If you took a 3-bedroom rental in 2010, it was $2,800. This year, it is $4,012. And what's interesting is this. Nationally, you're seeing the home buying market knock people into being a tenant. In Princeton, I will tell you, in the last few weeks, I've seen just the opposite, meaning we've had people that wanted to rent, they have a dog. They're getting outbid on rentals, and they've come to the conclusion that with a pet, or if they want a certain product in a certain neighborhood, it may actually be easier to buy. I mean, think about that. That's the power landlords have right now in the market. So it's not easy being a tenant. It is good news for landlords. You can raise your rental prices. But right now, it's actually the rental increase in rental prices is forcing people back into being a purchaser, because it's actually cheaper to purchase if you're going to hold the property for an extended period of time. So 2021, again, a 3-bedroom, $4,012, up almost 40%. This was a really incredible number. The 4-bedroom rentals in Princeton last year, $5,600 even. Well, $5,601. And landlords got 104% of their asking price. So think about that. They put it on the market. Tenants offered above asking price statistically on every single rental that transacted in the 4-bedroom segment. $5,600 in 2010. That would have cost you $3,955. $1,600 is a massive jump in rent, and landlords are getting 104% of their asking price. This is really an incredible one. So it goes to show you the absolutely incredible demand. So in 2010, if you were looking to rent a 5-bedroom plus, that's how I ran the search, in Princeton, it cost you $5,205. In 2021, $11,303. So I'm just going to let that sink in. $5,200 for a 5-bedroom or more in Princeton on average. Last year, 2021, it cost $11,300. The 5-bedroom rental prices doubled. So that is the COVID effect. That is people coming out of Manhattan. That is people moving from across the country. That is people getting outbid and saying, forget it, I'm just going to rent for a year. So really incredible numbers. And by the way, landlords got 102% of their asking price, despite the fact that the average rental price was $11,303. So I want to talk about Avalon. It's a place, so Avalon, for those of you who don't know, Avalon is a real estate investment trust. They're a big developer of properties. They have a property already in Princeton that is up and running on Witherspoon Street. It's in a fantastic location where the Princeton Hospital was. They're building another one at the Princeton Shopping Center, and I think they're building another one north of the Princeton Shopping Center. So, you know, Avalon seems to be a place that Princetonians love to hate. I'll be honest, I don't understand why. I think it's a fantastic community. I think it's a fantastic location. So if you're part of the Avalon, there's a gym there. You do pay for it. They don't give anything away for free. There's restaurants built in. There's a office building next door that has medical. So, and you can walk right up Witherspoon Street to Nassau Street, probably in less than 10 minutes. So the location is extraordinary. They're newly built. So I just wanted to do a review of pricing in Avalon, and I pulled this off of their website today, just so you see it. The average studio in Avalon is $2,900. That is almost $1,000 above the overall market rate. Why? Because they're brand new, because it's an elevator building, because it has covered parking, because of the location. The average one bedroom is $3,135 in Avalon. The average two bedroom is $4,798, and the average three bedroom is $5,485. Those are starting prices in Avalon. They go up from there. Those are the smallest units. So you will see three bedrooms in excess of $6,000 in Avalon. Same thing for two bedrooms in excess of $5,000. And they do offer furnished units. So the reason I'm sharing this is because Avalon, when they came on the scene, landlords came up to me and said, oh, rental prices are going to collapse. We're going to be oversupplied, et cetera, et cetera. The NIMBYs in Princeton who don't like building, who don't like development, who don't like, I would say, real estate progress, right, said, you know, it's going to be overcrowded. It's going to be a bunch of renters and all these crazy things that we heard. So it's interesting. I'm working with 3 or 4 sets of buyers. They live in Avalon. They are from California, Bergen County, and Georgia. And they've all been in Princeton for a year. They've all decided this is the place where they want to raise their families. And now they're all looking for homes. So, you know, when you think about the impact that Avalon had, all it did was introduce what we as residents in Princeton know. It's an awesome town. It's a great place to live. And they're charging premium prices to do it. So, you know, as development happens in Princeton, think about the long-term effect of bringing more people to town, spending more money in restaurants, putting the kids in schools, all those downline effects of having new neighbors in communities like Avalon. Not cheap to live there. They're nicely built, and you know they are here to stay. So those are some of the downline effects we're seeing from some of the big rental developments in Princeton. But there's a lot of noise about the rental market, a lot of noise about the investment market, the ADU market in Princeton. We will keep talking about it. For those of you, again, listening to the podcast, and if you want to see the slides, go to thewiltonreport.com. It'll take you to our YouTube channel, or you can subscribe to the podcast, The Wilton Report. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in, and I will talk to you and see you on the next episode. This is Josh. Thanks, everybody.